Okay, now we're going to look at subtracting integers. And when we do subtracting integers, we're going to change the minus to a plus, but then we have to take the opposite of the other one. So this is a 4, so we're going to do the opposite of 4, we get -4. So we're kind of changing it into an addition problem. Here we go again, we have minus, so we're going to change that to a plus, but then we have to do the opposite of -20 would be +20. We're going to change this minus to a plus, then we got to do the opposite of 13, which is -13. Again, we change this minus to a plus. Opposite of -7 is +7. Yeah, there's another way of thinking about it. You can just insert a plus in the front. That's no problem. So you're just inserting a plus in the front. And for the other one, when you have like a minus a negative, you can just change that to a plus. So a minus a negative changes into a plus. Okay, we're going to do a visual interpretation of that over here. Let's have a look. When you have two of these in a row, minus and then a negative, it's almost like you're turning one of them sideways, and then it makes a plus sign. So that's one way of thinking about it. When you have a minus and then a negative, it becomes a plus. Okay, now let's go ahead and actually solve these problems. 15 plus -4. Well, you could think about it like this. 15 would be 11 plus 4. And then when you add the -4, the 4's cancel. You're just left with 11. Okay, for this one, I'm just adding up the numbers, 12 plus 20. Two plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's where we're getting the 32. Okay, for this one here, you have 8 negatives and 13 negatives. So it's the same as adding up 13 and 8. That's 21 negatives. If you have 21 negatives, make sure you write it as -21. Okay, last one. One way to think about it is you have 22 negatives. So that would be 7 negatives and 15 negatives. Then when you add this 7, your 7's cancel, and you're just left with -15. So that's it. When we do subtracting integers, what we're kind of doing is we're changing them to an addition problem and then working with them as if we were just adding integers.